When buying a new TV, budget is a concern, so you have to consider, are you going to buy LED technology, which is considered a little bit older now, or are you going to buy mini LED, which is up and coming, or do you want something that has the inkiest blacks possible called OLED? Well, today we're going to take a look at this LG C3, and I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know. Let's get started. Hey everyone, Tech Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at this LG C3. This TV is available from a 43-inch all the way up to an 83-inch, but depending on what size you get can determine what the base looks like. And if you're new to OLED, what it actually stands for is Organic Emitting Light Diodes. And the benefit of this type of technology is whenever you have any type of signal that has black levels, there's no backlight, so you're going to be able to get the best picture quality possible without having any type of gray or haze to the picture. When I received this TV, it was in a plain cardboard box. Now on the 65-inch, it has a strap on both sides. You just want to go ahead and cut those off. All I had to do from that point is go ahead and slide the box off the top of the TV. In the side, there was a foot, some trim plates, a remote control with batteries, and an instruction book. And to make things easier, I just laid it down on a flat surface. The base only took about 8 screws, put it all together, and then the TV was ready to go. So very simple setup. Now taking a look at the back of the television, has some vents right here and right here to keep the TV cool. And you will see that this little hump in the back here is where all your components are. Now this TV is extremely thin. Look at that, all the way down. So make sure you take care when mounting a TV like this in your home. Now you have attached power cord. It goes through this little groove here, comes out the side. And then we have this little plastic cover that will hide those wires. Now you can mount this on the wall. You have little screw holes right here. And there's a nice little LG logo on the back. Now when it comes to inputs, this TV has 4 USB 2.0s. You also have 4 HDMI. All these are HDMI 2.1 with 120 Hertz support. The great thing about this TV, no matter where you plug your gaming console or PC in, it will support up to 120 Hertz, auto low latency, VRR through any of those inputs. We have a LAN connection, fiber optic output. You have a RC232 port for hooking up to home theater type equipment. And this is an ATSC 1.0 tuner. If you guys want ATSC 3.0, you will have to go for the G3. And then there's an Hour Blaster output so you can control external devices. So there's a look at the back of the TV, and the last thing that I had to do is look for the tab on front of the display and go ahead and pull off the screen protector. Once that's all set up, you power the TV, turn it on, and there's 2 ways that you can program the television. Now I decided to use this application. It's called the ThinQ application, and this allows you to pre-program everything that you need, and all you need to do is just go ahead and find the TV, enter a code. The second way you can do it is select remote control on the screen, and it does come with this magic remote control, so you can program it without having to use the application, but it does take a lot more time entering everything. Now my first impressions of this TV, turning it on and running some quality signal through it, is that this TV looks amazing. Now I know a lot of people are really into the nits, so you get that much brighter screen, but the EVO technology does make it a little bit brighter than it was before. On average, this TV is about 641 nits, but in some situations on HDR, you can peak it out to get up to 800 nits of brightness, which is plenty enough for most people to get a pleasurable viewing experience. Now the LG does have a built-in TV tuner, as you can see right here. It basically scans for channels and you can pick up everything in your area pretty good. Now if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of signal, you can also use what they call LG channels, and this is going to allow you to stream different type of content. But I will tell you, scanning for channels, it did a really good job of finding everything in my area just with a basic $10 antenna. But I personally use YouTube TV mainly because most of the content that you get is in 1080p and it can upscale close to 4K quality. But the biggest thing that you're going to get out of it is that the TV is going to look nice and clear and you're not going to see anything that's really blurry. Additional to that, you can see that the colors are great and it's picking up really good black levels in the background and some shadow details. In my opinion, this is going to be an excellent TV for just your daily viewing. I want to test the panel out just to see the performance overall, and I did see a little bit of pinkish over in the one side of the television, but it could just be the model that I had. But I switched over to red images. It looked really nice, as well as the green. And then I switched over to the blue, and all these different color profiles look excellent and vibrant. And I also want to test out the gradient on this TV, and it did pretty good, but it's not perfect. On some of the colors, I did notice that it wasn't as smooth as I thought it would be, being that this is such a high resolution panel. But I'm pretty sure in the comment section below, you'll guys tell me otherwise. Now, speaking of smooth gradient, there's something that I want to discuss with you guys, and I could be wrong, and if I am, please leave me a comment below. But when I film most of my demos, like this one that you see behind me, I'm using the PS5 with an external hard drive plugged into it to shoot these videos. Now, what I noticed is that if you use the built-in applications, or if you use an external source like the Apple TV that I use sometime, the gradient controls are available. But when I was using this PS5, all the gradient controls were grayed out. And then I switched over to my Xbox Series X, and again, the gradient controls were grayed out. And I thought to myself, maybe there's some options in the gaming menu, and there wasn't. But here's the thing, if you're gonna stream content and the picture has a lot of gradient, I'm just gonna recommend that you use an external device like an Apple TV, Roku, or just use the built-in native applications. Now, if you're a movie fan, you're definitely gonna love this television, because some of the biggest things that I notice when I'm filming videos is that on some technology like LCD, you're gonna see this gray haze in the background. But because OLED only lights up the pixels when needed, everything is completely inky black. And as you can see on these demos, this TV is gonna be fantastic for any type of movie watching, again, as long as you have a great signal going through it. Now, I always recommend that you guys use an external device like an Apple TV. And here's the main reason why. As I get up here, you can see over here that the Apple TV allows you to manually switch which outputs you want. So you can do Dolby Vision directly to this television. You can do HDR or SDR, so it forces the TV to only see that signal. Another thing you can do if you don't want to choose one of these formats is it has a thing called Content Match. And what that'll do is it'll automatically see the signal, detect it, and put it at the highest resolution possible. Now, this TV does support what they call Chroma 422, and that's going to give you the best picture quality possible whenever you want to get the best colors in the images. Now, speaking of images, I like the vivid mode when it comes to Dolby Vision, just the main reason because it makes everything bright and vivid on a screen that's so inky black. But I want to show you guys some of the different picture profiles so you can see how it changes the image. So whenever you buy a TV like this, you can select the one that works the best for you to your particular likings. Now, the main reason Dolby Vision looks so good is because it's basically a compressed signal that goes from 12-bit with over 68 billion colors to work on your 10-bit screen or 8-bit screen. But HDR10 only supports about 1 billion colors, so you can see the difference there. And this is what I'm going to show you guys when I switch over to the HDR technology. And as I switch through here, you can see that it doesn't have the clarity of Dolby Vision. And that's what the hype is all about, is to get the best image quality possible. And by using that metadata that comes off the Dolby Vision signals, it's really going to bring this TV or any type of TV that supports it to life. And here you can notice that the Dolby Vision does have a lot more colors, but it depends on the display that you're watching on. And another cool feature that this LG TV has is where you can create your own picture profiles. Basically what the TV is going to do is show you a series of images so you can go through here and pick what looks the best for you. And it's going to use AI technology to construct a picture profile and what you chose through the setup wizard. Now, when it comes to motion at 24 frames per second, I thought this TV did an okay job, nothing special, but it does have different motion controls so you can go into the menu and customize it. But for me, when I switched over to 60 frames per second, the TV was smooth like butter. I didn't see any artifacts and everything just ran so much better. But again, you can go to the menu and customize these to your particular likings. Now, if you wonder about different skin tones, I will tell you that this TV reproduces them very accurately. And the biggest thing that I can tell when I'm looking at these different tests is that not only that the skin tones are great, but look how white the background is. And again, this is thanks to the EVO technology that's built into this TV that makes everything look so much more lifelike. For all you gamers out there, this TV is amazing. And what I mean by that, you have 4 HDMI 2.1s, and that's going to allow you to run a PS5, Xbox Series X, a computer on it, plus have one output for a soundbar to get Dolby Atmos, and the TV will support Dolby Vision gaming and NVIDIA, so you have all these different capabilities.
Jealous?
Everything looks how I imagined it, and well, we're moving, aren't we?
Imagined it? Well, that ain't filling me with confidence here, Mud. Do you actually know what you're dealing with?
I'm pretty sure.
So this TV's been great for playing games, and I pulled up the Xbox. Want to show you that it does support up to 120 Hertz. If you look at the TV details, it supports everything right out of the box, which is great. And then if we go into video modes, you can see that it supports everything that your console has. Plus, there's an option to turn off the variable refresh rate. So if you are going to be streaming from it, you can turn it off, always on, or you can just use it for gaming, which is a pretty cool feature. This TV does have this pointer on the screen, and you can use this for any of the menu systems, or I can point over here and just select it just like a mouse. As you can see, this is a 120 Hertz game, and it's basically showing me the frames that it's picking up. There's a bunch of menus inside of here, like you can do multi-view. You can also do game optimizer, and that pulls up this side menu where you can see all the different settings right there. So if we go down here, we can control the motion, the blur, black room mode, and you can go over here and do some basic picture modes, as well as the sound modes right here. So if you want to be on AI, it'll automatically determine your sound settings. Plus, look at that. It does support Dolby Atmos on your games as well. So as you can see, with all the features that this TV has to offer, it's going to be excellent for gaming on any of your consoles or computer. Next, we're going to talk about the audio system, and I will tell you that the processor in this TV will support what they call 9.1.2 mix-up, which is a virtual surround sound out of just the TV speakers. Now, if you want to get even better surround sound, you want to get one of the LG sound bars so you can synchronize everything. But with that being said, let's take a listen to the audio. And if you put headphones on, you'll really get the best experience of the bass response.
Like cold November rain, like a man without a name.
Pretty impressive, right? The LG C3 speakers are actually pretty good. I mean, a soundbar is going to sound better, but just buying the TV and setting it up, I think you're going to be happy. Now, another thing that LG has put in this TV is a calibration for the audio. So you just find a sweet spot in your room, and from the audio menu system, press a couple of buttons and it'll synchronize the audio to match up with your room and your sweet spot. Now, I want to also show you guys some of the major features of the WebOS that's in this television. First of all, you do have an app store, so you can look for just about anything you can think of. And a lot of LG applications are specifically made for this TV, so it will not run off a Google application whatsoever. This TV also has a sports mode where you can go in and select your favorite teams, and it'll notify you if you're using the native application built right in. Plus, you can see all the scores and the upcoming games. There's also a home office section in here where you can choose from Office 365, Chrome, a lot of Google applications, including your email, and some Word applications as well. And there's also a gaming zone. So inside of here, you can set up to GeForce Now, Luna by Google. And if you Bluetooth a controller to it, you can use all these games on the TV with no need for a console. But keep in mind, these are cloud-based games. LG has also included a dedicated music selection, so you can choose from your YouTube, your Spotify, Pandora, even Apple Music and Amazon Music. So you just got to log into your accounts and you can stream it directly to the TV. Now note, you can Bluetooth your phone for music as well as plug in your own USB drive. This TV also has a home hub, so you can use it like a smart device. So you can connect it to all your home medias, Apple AirPlay, and you can hook it up to your light as well as any device that supports the new Matter technology. So you can just log into all these different accounts and use your voice command to control them. And I really love this feature. It's called the art gallery. So with this setup, you can go in and get these different screensavers. So whenever you're not using the TV, it'll actually display these right on the set. It'll look like a cool picture frame on your wall. Plus you can go in here and download all type of different sceneries so you can match the decor and taste that you like. It also has a built-in web browser. And if you have a lot of Amazon products in your home, you can connect this TV directly to your services. And the last thing I want to show you is the interface. So you can go in here and change your picture, your sound. You can rename the TV, do updates. And the great thing about this particular TV is that if you have another LG television that's using WebOS 23, you can actually share your screen throughout your home so you can watch the same programming in different rooms. If you was looking to buy OLED, I know the number one thing that people are worried about is image retention, where you have a burn-in effect. And I will tell you, when it comes to that, LG is one of the best in the business. And this TV has built-in technology that shifts the pictures, the screen. It adds screensavers. It does everything so you're less likely to get that type of burn-in. Only thing that I could tell you is that it's a great television. And if you was worried about that, then definitely I would say your concerns would be only if you're the type of person who leaves static images on your TV 100% of the time. But with that being said, I think this is a fantastic television. The colors are great, excellent black levels. It's great for gaming. It has everything that you can ask for in a television. Plus, I think it's bright enough for most people. So what do you guys think? In the comments below, if you own a C1, C2, or it's a C3, tell me your findings. Have you had any burn-in? What type of experience have you had out of these televisions? I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.